what I'm getting at is everybody has a different taste. If we were to go out into this parking lot right now, somebody in this room drives a van, a mini van. Ugh, I wouldn't be caught dead in a mini van. Me, I drive a 6,000-pound behemoth that does 0 to 60 in about 2.5 weeks. Some of you have white vehicles. Some people have red vehicles, variations of blue vehicles, black vehicles. What I'm getting at is everybody in this room has a different taste. So when you think about when you're doing the job search, that taste permeates into who we select as our employees. I have my taste of people who I look for. You have your taste of what you're looking for. You may look at somebody and say, wow, that's a perfect fit. But buying a car, hiring an employee, or getting married all has the same thing in common. It's your taste. It's what entices you. It's what excites you. And the reason why I'm telling you this is you may look at a job lead and say, I am absolutely perfect for this. You send off your resume, you don't get a response, and you get dejected. The dejection is not the fact that you didn't qualify, it's taste of the other person. You're dealing with that, and it's okay to deal with that. Because imagine if we were all exactly the same. We'd be bored to tears with each other. If everybody decided to drive a 6,000-pound behemoth that goes 0 to 60 in 2.5 weeks, we'd have massive traffic jams. Because we're all trying to, well, I guess the variation then would be speed. I like to go fast. I'm on a first-name basis with the Reno Police Department. You may drive slower, but it's the taste of the other person. Now, why is this important? If you're sending out X number of resumes and you're getting hits, then your resume is good. If you're sending out X number of resumes, you're getting a lot of interviews and you're not getting a job offer, then is it the weakness of the resume, or is it the weakness of your experience, or is it the weakness of your interviewing skills? But is it really truly a weakness? We prepare you here. We teach you everything there is to know about interviewing. But when you walk into that room, I challenge you, this is a rhetorical question. Have you ever been on an interview, you're sitting in the room, you're going, oh, please, dear God, do not select me. I do not want to work in this hellhole. I really do not want to work for a slave driver. I do not want to work for an organization that it's required to work 80 hours a week. I'm sure every one of you have been in that situation at least once. So don't get dejected. For every car in that parking lot, there's a taste. For every employer out there who's looking to fill an employee, there's a taste. And that taste has to be two ways. That's the reason why we tell you when you go on an interview, you're interviewing them as well. It may be the perfect position. It may be the perfect set of duties and responsibilities. And it could be the worst environment you've ever seen in your life. I know I've worked for mom and pop shops in this town. And my life was a living hell. Loved the employees. Loved the job. Loved what I was responsible for. Hated the boss with an absolute passion. In fact, I seriously considered hitting him with my 6,000-pound behemoth. 0 to 60 in 2.5 weeks. The problem is I couldn't get fast enough in the parking lot. But do you understand where I'm coming from? It's not just you. There's another variable in this, and that variable is the employer. So don't always take it personal if it doesn't pan out. The question you have to ask yourself when you walk out of that interview, if it was a position that you really felt like you connected with that individual and you still don't get the job offer, what can I do to improve? What can I do to improve my sales? But if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. Don't lose faith, because remember, you're the greatest group of professionals that this city has. I believe in you, but you gotta believe in yourself. Everybody understand?